I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is this? I mean, obviously, it's without. We don't have to debate the topic that the Phillies choked, but are the Diamondbacks not getting quite enough credit for how they adjusted mid-series, or was it really just the Phillies just forgetting how to play baseball? Because I'm sure anyone that watched, I mean, you watched some of their pitchers, fought, Merrill Kelly, fought again. They had really good approaches against this team. That being said, the Phillies' approach at the plate got worse throughout. What is it like? What is it more that they just stepped it up, or is it more that we stepped down?
Okay, so I guess this is a good transition for the episode. So I think there's two things here. First off, on the D-back side, Brandon Pfaadt deserves a ton of credit. If there's one guy I could kind of highlight, they did not expect a ton from Brandon Pfaadt, and for him to come into Game 3 with all the momentum, it was a combination of him pitching really well and us with our shitty approach. He came in and he was the stopper that they needed. He was, that's the Brandon Pfaadt I was hoping would save my fantasy team over the summer. The kid's good. Like, the kid has some pitchability, and he's a really good pitcher. So in Game 3, for him to come in and stop the bleeding for a team that really needed him, that was huge. I think the whole second half of the series, Torey Lovullo, his name's not getting mentioned enough. I think he was pulling some strings that people should probably be talking about. Specifically bullpen management. He knew exactly when to yank his starters. We saw him pull Merrill Kelly after the fifth inning, and Merrill Kelly was pissed, but Torey Lovullo knew exactly what he was doing. All of our hitters were super uncomfortable facing whoever the D-backs threw out there. And we did our preview, and we completely disrespected the D-backs bullpen, you and I. I'm sorry, I'm guilty of it. Completely disrespected 100%. Them. Paul Sewald is a legit closer. Ryan Thompson, I know their names now, so that means something in its own right. Ryan Thompson,
we deserve
just
this.
Dominated our righties. Like, I felt so hopeless when their side-arming righty came in, and I didn't even know who he was. Saul Frank, he got into a lot of trouble with the walks, but that's a pretty interesting lefty to throw at some of our big lefty bats. I think he was used very well to kind of keep the lefties uncomfortable. And then freaking Kevin Ginkel, man. Like, where did he come from? Where did he come from? He was insane. And he had this kind of stable of arms that he leveraged perfectly throughout the series. Lineup construction, I think that, he brought in Pavin Smith and Tommy Pham, and he had the guys running on the bases really well. That's one theme that kind of changed. They kind of started to wreak havoc on the bases, and what we'll never know is kind of like his role in the clubhouse. He must have settled that team down because they came out confident in Game 3, which is impressive enough after just the domination in Game 2 on our side. They played very well, and they do deserve credit. Or more credit than they've been getting? Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's an easy thing to do to get the Phillies bats to start swinging the way they were. I mean, they got them uncomfortable, and their pitchers, they found the command they didn't have the Games 1 and Games 2. I mean, they just flipped a switch. I mean, their pitchers were different. I mean, we saw how Gallen was Game 1. Like, he just did not – his fastballs were all over the middle. Same with Merrill Kelly. He made too many mistakes. They didn't make mistakes with their fastball. And, yeah, Torey Lovullo, I wanted to hit on that. I think he's a phenomenal manager. And I think – I'm not a guy that bashes Thompson a lot. I'm kind of a homer. But Thompson got his ass kicked by Lovullo. Yeah.